your willingness to push her away and not be needy is more attractive than any text you can send immediately when she hasn't replied to you. So again, you send a text, she doesn't send back. Sorry, boys, you're waiting 2 weeks. Yes, even if her muff looks like the gates to heaven itself, do not chase women.
Welcome to the Unapologetic Man podcast, the only podcast that's all about self-improvement, confidence, success, women, and being a man without making any apologies for it.
What is up, you legends? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the UMP. I sincerely appreciate you coming today, boys. Listen, I know your time is valuable. I know everybody's trying to get your attention. This is why I always try to over-deliver in this podcast, and I'm going to do so today with the 20 laws of texting girls, probably more like 25 or even 30, because again, I always like to over-deliver. Your guys' attention is very valuable. I super appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening. It's because of you that I'm able to do what I love to do. And sincerely, brothers, I want nothing more than to help you out and help you eradicate those mistakes you make with texting. I also want to help you get the absolute best results possible on online dating, because I know online dating is an absolute shit show in 2025, but here's the deal. 1% of guys are getting all the girls off the apps. How awesome would it be if you could 10x your results on the dating apps and yank way more girls than all your friends, way more girls than you have before? I'm about to give you that opportunity with a masterclass that I'm dropping this month on June 28th at 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time. If you can't make the time, boys, you can get a recording of it. I'm going to blow through this advertisement really quickly because we have a lot to get through, but listen to this, guys. I'm telling you, you're going to want to hear about this. And one quick thing, if you're listening to this after June 28th and what I'm saying resonates with you and you want to get in on it, email me and we will work something out. But for those of you who are listening now, you can get in for just $97. Let me tell you something. Before you jump ahead, let me tell you something. In this masterclass, I am going to reveal our findings from over 4 months, 11 different guys experimenting for over 4 months and sending, guess how many messages? We literally sent 13,267 messages. Guys would come up with a message, would be like, all right, boys, test this. We have a bunch of different guys, old guys, black guys, Asian guys, good looking guys, not good looking guys, short guys, tall guys all over the court to experiment. And we came up with the all-time best converting messages. What if you had those, brother? Furthermore, in this masterclass, I'm going to tell you which premium features are actually worth it without you wasting your money, like whether Tinder Gold or Bumble Boost gets you better results, when to drop a super like versus a regular like, and the kind of comment to follow it up with, the exact comment to follow it up with so that she actually responds. Furthermore, I'm going to teach you how to swipe, how to get girls to message you first, so important and so gangster, and how to close like a Giga Chad himself. Guys who like those 11 dudes who I worked with are getting laid constantly, getting more girls than they can handle because they optimize, gentlemen. June 28th, 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Once again, if you can't make it, you will get a recording of it. And think about it this way. Is it worth it to invest in the premium memberships? Which one should you get? Should you buy the extra features? I'm going to teach you exactly which ones are worth it and which ones are not based off our 4 months, actually more like 20 years, but the last 4 months intensively of research. So the $97 that you're investing into this is going to be saved by you not wasting it on bullshit premium features that you don't need. Furthermore, and most importantly, I'm going to show you how to move things from match to meetup without getting ghosted, without getting rejected, and God bless America, without this chick flaking on you on your date, which has happened to so many of you guys. How to get off the app and deeply into her psychology, and yes, boys, how to get her into your bed. This is all going to be talked about on this 2-hour special event, Saturday, June 28th, 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time. And if you're in a different country, 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time usually lands at an applicable time that you can actually make in your country. But again, you'll get a recording of it if you can't attend. Guys, stop wasting money. Stop wasting time. Stop being frustrated with the dating apps. And let me show you what literally, boys, 13,267 messages, 11 guys going over 4 months, hardcore testing has revealed to us. It's probably not what you expect, and I'm going to give you all those secrets in this masterclass. Sign up below. One final thing. The price is going to raise to $127 on Monday. So if you like to procrastinate, foot drag, and be a fucking slacker, I suggest you or get off the pot because the price is about to go up. Get your ticket right now while it's on your mind, while you're listening to the 20 rules of texting, and I will see you on Saturday, June 28th at 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Can't wait, boys. I am going to blow your mind with the findings that we have uncovered, also giving you the absolute best messages that convert time and time again. Messages I'll never share on this podcast. The truth of the reality we live in is this: to get the premium shit, you got to pay for it. So if you're willing to put a little skin in the game, then I am going to drop that absolute gold in your lap. Give me $97 and I'm going to give you a vault full of gold that's going to get you laid for years on end. So worth it. Not to mention the money you're going to save by me saving you from all these stupid premium memberships and upsells that all these dating apps do to you. Why you wouldn't do this, I don't understand. And here's the final thing, boys, before I get into the content, I do have a money back guarantee. If you don't absolutely love the content that I'm about to give you, I'll buy the program back for you. It's completely risk-free. It's a complete no-brainer, and you get a recording of it if you can't show up. There's no excuses. Get your ticket right now. First link in the description below. Click it and peek behind the curtain of all the secrets that I'm about to reveal. Let's get into the content. That was pretty good, right? All the secrets. Peek behind the curtain. Man, my copywriting days are coming back. By the way, really quick funny story. I was about to record down here and I'm alone in the house and my office is in the basement. And I heard something go bump upstairs. And Marissa's at a meeting. I know she's not upstairs. So I go up there and I'm like, Marissa. And she doesn't answer. And part of me, and maybe you guys can relate, kind of wanted somebody to be in the house. It's like that daydream that a lot of us dudes have. I don't know if this is true for you, but it's true for me. When you're like there with your family and someone like starts kicking down your fucking door and you press a button on your coffee table and an AR-15 just rises out of the coffee table. You grab that thing, you just come around, clack, 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 and just smoke that. Dude, am I disgusting? I'm sick. I'm a psychopath. Well, I visualize that, okay? So don't judge me. It's just how I am. But I was up there and I was like, bro, I would love to do some jujitsu right now and choke somebody out. Just be like, yeah, motherfucker, break into my house. I know you guys think the same way. Be proud of it. We are masculine. We are warriors. Finally, let's get into the content. All right. Rule number 1, boys. Make sure your name and number are in her phone. So when exchanging numbers, you give her your phone and then you take her phone. What I like to do is I like to put a funny name in her phone. Something like Sex Machine, Lay Champion, Captain Crunch, or my all-time favorite one, His Majesty. So I'll put in the name and or if I'm going to put her name in my phone and she put in her number, I'll put Hurricane before her name. So if her name is Ashley, I'll put Hurricane Ashley. But the reason why you want your number in her phone is that it increases the chances of getting a response, especially if you put Sex Machine and then you text her the next day at 6 p.m., which is another law. I wasn't even mentioning it, but it's another law. You text her the next day at 6 p.m., it comes up as Sex Machine, and you're referencing something that you two spoke about when you first met her, gangster level shit, in order to produce a reply because we want to make her laugh. So Sex Machine and His Majesty are really good. Number 2, keep text short as possible. I shouldn't have to tell you guys this, but some of you need reminders. Try to make your text look shorter than hers and try to make them look a little bit rushed. So what I'll do is I'll make purposeful mistakes in my text to show that I'm not really thinking about it too much and I don't care too much. This is such a good strategy to show that you don't care because as crazy as female psychology is, we understand the less a dude cares, the more attracted she gets to him. So when you make purposeful mistakes, such as forgetting to capitalize something or like putting a comma and a period, a couple extra spaces, just make it look rushed. Even though you're thinking tactically, and I'm going to talk about that in a second, you're a chess player, you want to make it look like you don't care and you're just throwing messages out willy-nilly without a lot of thought. Number 3 is don't double text, such as following up with her. All you guys should know this, but it bears repeating because I even see it sometimes with clients of mine who are new. They'll show me texts that they've been doing and I'll be like, bro, what are you doing? You don't double text. The only time you can double text is if you do it rapid fire. Like you say a couple things, a couple new things, and a couple new things. I actually think that's kind of gangster because it shows that you're just thinking really quickly and sending it rather than like sitting there thinking about an entire paragraph. Again, we want to make it look like we're putting in as little effort as possible, but the truth of the matter is these are very intentional. These are very deliberate. Number 4, only escalate. That is only ask for a date on a high note. Do not ask for a date when things are down and she's not really laughing and you're losing her, like she responds LOL to one of your texts, doesn't say anything else. You're waiting for perhaps something more. Nothing comes, and you're like, so what are you doing on Saturday? Horrible. Only do it after she's laughing. And a couple signs that a girl is attracted is when she uses like a lot of the same letter. So she'll say, hey, and it'll be like, why? Or she'll be like, LOL, lots of LOLs. Imply attraction, imply high note, and that's when you go for the date. Number 5, when she frame checks you, such as saying, what's good about you beyond your muscles, address that first. Don't try to escalate after a frame check. Let me explain. So she says something like, I don't know about you, Tim. What's good about you beyond your muscles? You wouldn't say, I'll let you see them in person. What are you doing this weekend? So you don't escalate when she's challenging, because when she's challenging, her attraction is low. And that's why she's challenging you. She thinks there could be some attraction, but something about you just produces a frame check. So her attraction is low. You have to first pass that frame check and then go for the escalation. So for example, if she actually said that, what's good about you beyond your muscles, you would say something akin to nothing whatsoever. Actually, wait, I mastered night hearing. I can hear at night now, which is basically a funny way to reframe her trying to get you to sell yourself to her, which you should never do, boys. Never, ever sell yourself to a woman, and then saying something funny. Then she might come back with a lot of LOLs, to which you can say, you know what? I really enjoy talking to you. I think we owe it to ourselves to hang out sometime. Do you agree with this brilliant conclusion? All right, number 6, text when she can actually respond. Text her after hours when she's off work. This is why I suggest you text her at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So let's say you get her number on a Tuesday at like 2 p.m. What I'll do is I'll wait until Wednesday at 6 p.m. and or at a time I know she's off work. She could work graveyard or some off hours, but typically most girls are off work at 6 p.m. That's when you want to text her. It's going to give her enough time to respond before bedtime and enough time for you guys to stick the conversation to build the attraction and hopefully go for the hangout. Number 7, if she falls off, then what you're going to do is you're going to wait 2 weeks and you're going to send what I call the black hole template. Here's the strategy, boys. You text her, she texts you. You text her, she texts you. You text her again, she doesn't text you back. Do you follow up? You guys know what I'm going to say. No. Do you wait 3 days and follow up? No. What you got to wait is 2 weeks, gentlemen. And you say this. So I was talking to this pretty cool girl, but I think she got sucked into a black hole. I hope she's okay. ... This gets such a high reply rate. Why? Do you think it's because it's funny? She got sucked into a black hole. Possibly, but the real magic comes in you waiting 2 weeks. Your willingness to push her away and not be needy is more attractive than any text you can send immediately when she hasn't replied to you. So again, you send a text, she doesn't send back. Sorry, boys, you're waiting 2 weeks. Yes, even if her muff looks like the gates to heaven itself, do not chase women. Do not supplicate, do not blow smoke up their ass, do not be needy, and do not follow up. 2 weeks, boys. That is an order from your Uncle Mark Singh, and watch what happens. You're going to be like, hey, I was talking to this cool girl, but I think she got sucked into a black hole. I hope she's okay. Oh, sorry, my cat got diarrhea and was like spinning around in the kitchen, spraying diarrhea out of her butthole, and that's why I couldn't text you for 2 weeks. Like complete and utter bullshit. The truth is she lost interest because something you did was low value. Then what you did is you waited 2 weeks. Your black hole response got her to think about you again. She's like, oh, he waited 2 weeks. He's not thirsty. He's not needy. He's different than all these other schleps that I talk to. Then she continues talking to you. Bam. Oftentimes from that, you can land the date. Number 8, keep the tone informal, fun, nonchalant, not serious. You are not trying to get to know her life story over texting. That said, boys, I'm going to go out on a limb and say something that most dating coaches don't say. Here's the truth of the matter. I will say to the masses that you should not get to know a chick over text, that a text is simply there to build up some quick attraction, then bam, go for the close. But if you're in my coaching program, here's what I'm going to tell you. You can definitely seduce a girl over text. I have done it many times. Many times I didn't want to meet with the chick. My goal was to simply get her to come over. And oftentimes those are the kinds of girls I would meet on the dating apps. I'd meet them. I'd be like, yeah, do I really want to like comb my hair and put on deodorant and like get ready? Not really. I'm chilling tonight watching Netflix. I'm going to get this girl to come over. Then I would do all the techniques over texting, which a lot of dating coaches say, dude, don't get to know her. Don't try to build attraction over texting. I've done it so many times, boys. Like run kissing university on a chick where she gets so pumped up, she's fucking driving over to my house. You can do that. But unfortunately for a lot of you guys, you'll never hire me. Why you wouldn't, I don't understand why you wouldn't even come to this masterclass, like is beyond me. Blows my mind that some guys actually won't do that. Save money by coming to a masterclass that has a guarantee. Blows my mind. Some of you guys aren't going to work with me, so I'm not able to teach you that one-on-one. Therefore, I have to have information for the masses. The information for the masses is, look, guys, don't try to get to know her over texting because it's so intricate and it really does take that personal coaching to really get it down that usually you guys will blow it if you don't have that coaching. But can you do it? Yes, absolutely. And part of that I'm going to teach on the masterclass, how to get girls intrigued, how to get them deep into their emotions so they'll actually come out with you. And yeah, guys, you could get a girl to come over when you've never met her before in person. I've had it happen many times and you could do that too. Number 9, don't voluntarily go backward in what you're talking about. You need to think about what you're going to say. Don't be lazy and go back to small talk, going back to her dog that you were talking about in the beginning of the conversation because you can't think of new conversational threads. This is called milking the topic. And I will see it time and time again. I will go out with the dude, hear him open a girl about her drink. Then I'll circle back like 10 minutes later and eavesdrop and they're still talking about her drink. You don't want to milk conversations. Good conversations naturally go like this. They'll go this way, then they'll branch this way, then they'll branch this way, going from topic to topic to topic before that loop is closed. So you'll talk about, I don't know, the Olympics, right? Then from the Olympics, you'll start talking about midgets. Don't know why I'm using that example. We're going with it. Then from midgets, you'll start talking about peg legs. Then from peg legs, you'll start talking about termites. Then from termites, you'll start talking about pirates. And the next thing you know, you're talking about pirates when you start talking about the Olympics. And I'm coming back 10 minutes later, eavesdropping and being like, okay, James or Brian, whatever, he knows what the fuck he's doing. He's going from topic to topic to topic because as you guys have all experienced, when you really relate to somebody, that's what happens in conversations. You never close a thread because you guys are so interested in the same kinds of things. Met a girl the other day. We just hit it off, dude. We were laughing. We were cracking up. We were talking shit about her dog. And I was talking shit about Marissa's old dogs. And we were just like going off. Marissa went to the bathroom and came back. And then we were talking about like spiders. And she's like, how'd you guys get there? And I'm like, it's a good conversation, man. It's going from topic to topic. That's kind of what you want to mimic when you're texting girls to some degree. But the most important note here is don't go back to old topics. It looks like you're reaching. It looks like you don't have interesting things to talk about. Number 10, be random with your reply times. Mimic hers in the beginning. You send a text at 6. She sends back at 6:30. You'll wait till like 7 or 7:15, right? Send it again. She sends back at 7:30. Then you can send back at like 7:45. And then from there, be really random. A guy who has a high value life isn't always predictable in his texting. Sometimes he just got back from surfing and he got his phone and he can rifle off a couple quick texts. But then he's going to lunch with one of his girlfriends and he can't text. So he waits like 4 hours and then he texts back quickly, not quickly. He's all over the place because he's high value. Number 11 is really important and this definitely warrants its own podcast episode, but I have 20 plus to go through. So I'm going to go through this quick. What you want to do is build intrigue. Say things like, so I realized something about you. Or, so I heard something about you. Or, so there's something about me you should know. Think about that, boys. Hey, there's something about me you should know. She's gonna be like, what is it? Or, hey, I heard something about you. She's gonna be like, yeah, what's that? What I like to do, and this is actually number 12, is one small text at a time. So Sarah, ... Yes, Mark, I heard something about you. Oh yeah, what's that? Sure you can handle it? I don't want you to get a big head. Yes, I can handle it. And then I'm waiting like 3 hours and she's like, hello. And I'll be like, oh, sorry about that. So here's what I heard, ... And like building that intrigue in a way where she's constantly kind of in that chase mode and not blowing my whole load all over her face in the first fucking text. A lot of guys will be like, so Sarah, I heard something about you. What I heard was XYZ and XYZ. Is that true? Instead, I'm going to break that text up into a bunch of different texts showing low effort, but at the same time, building that intrigue so we get her into the chase mentality. Again, boys, definitely warrants his own podcast episode. Number 13, use a closing sequence. So I'm going to give you the first part of the sequence that I really like, okay? The rest of it, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm saving it for the masterclass because it's that gangster, but here's how it goes. Talk to her until she gets on a high note. Could be 5, 7, 10, even, yes, boys, sometimes 25 texts. As I said, I will sometimes text a lot with the girl, especially if I can tell she's into it and I'm getting really good purchase on the techniques that I'm using. So I'll text with her, and then on a high note, I'll always say, you know what? You seem really fun. I think we owe it to ourselves to hang out sometime. Do you agree with this brilliant conclusion? So essentially what I'm doing is saying, hey, we should hang out. Do you agree? Rather than immediately going for the close, not being as pushy as some guys are. Some guys are like, hey, what are you doing this Saturday? Which is also horrible to recommend the day because she could easily say no. Now you're in the jackass position of backpedaling and say, well, what about Sunday? What about Monday? Which looks low value. Instead, after you say, do you agree with this brilliant conclusion? She's going to say, yes, I do. You say, cool. What's your week looking like? Paste that to your fucking skull, boys. What's your week looking like? 5 words. Then she tells you which days she has off. And then from there, you use the rest of the sequence to close the date. Gangster level shit. Definitely use that from here forward. What's your week looking like? Number 14 is to qualify her before you go for the close. I love to do this. So before I go for that close, I'll qualify her, which means make her work for me. A topic that too definitely deserves its own episode. But essentially what you say is this. You know what? I'm curious about you. What would your best friend say is the coolest thing about you? Or do you know why you're awesome? And she texts back, why is that? And then you text back, it was a question, dum-dum. And she's like, I don't know. I'm really loyal and I'm really fun and I'm sexy as hell and I give a good blowjob. If and when she sells herself to you, you reward that shit and then you go for the hangout. So first we want to get her to sell herself to us. It's called qualifying. Again, really warrants its own episode, but you get her to sell herself to you. Once she does, attraction goes up because of cognitive dissonance. She's selling herself to you, thus convincing herself that she likes you more than she might actually like you. Purchase temperature goes up. You go for the hangout. You're probably going to get the close. All right, number 15, as I talked about in my previous episode, is you want to try to get her into a compliant state, a state of micro yeses. So on the dating apps example, the reason why we go for her phone number on the dating apps rather than trying to close on the dating apps is because we want her in a series of micro yeses. Hey, I don't often text on dating apps. I'm almost never on this thing. How would you feel about tossing me your number? Yeah, sure. Cool. You just got her number. Therefore, you got a micro yes. Then you continue texting her, which, by the way, in the masterclass, I'm going to show you the gangster first text to send a girl after you yank her number off the dating apps. You're going to text her this one thing. It gets like 90% reply rate. So high because it's so high value. Then from there, you keep going, getting her into a series of micro yeses, getting her to jump through your hoops. Qualifying is another micro yes, which I just explained. What's good about you beyond your looks is another example. You get the micro yeses, you get compliance, you get a higher chance of her going on a date with you. Next one is to make sure your texts are respondable. Make sure she can respond to them, not making a blanket statement such as, how was your day today? Or, do you like life? Do you like weather? Do you like your heartbeat? Like, dude, these guys are sending this kind of shit. Like, how was your day? What's up? What are you up to? And they'll send it twice in a row. I've looked at texts from my clients from the past. They'll be like, how was your day today? And then like 2 days later, how was your day today? Same fucking thing. Horrible, boys. You need to put yourself in her shoes and ask yourself, how would I feel if I got this text? Is it respondable? Could I have fun with this thing? Could I respond in a way that's fun for me and intriguing? For example, what's respondable? Hey, I noticed something about you today. Or hey, I just realized something about you. I heard something about you. Or you could text her, if you had to choose between fighting 1 horse-sized duck or 10 duck-sized horses, which one would you choose? That one's really funny. I'll send that sometimes. It's intriguing. It's fun. Remember, girls just want to have fun. Number 17, no response can sometimes be as powerful as replying. Again, guys, I really should do a podcast about this. No response. I think I actually did maybe like 3 years ago, but low effort equals more attraction. Crazy enough as it sounds. When you put in little effort, when it shows you don't really care, but yet you're still funny, you're still intriguing, you're still eliciting emotions, that's the Goldilocks zone, boys. So sometimes if a girl replies to me, LOL, I just won't respond. And yeah, dude, I'll wait as long as I have to, even months before she responds back. And oftentimes, boys, you say something funny, she comes back with some boring ass fucking LOL, you don't respond, you don't engage with it, you're not chasing her, right? She came back with the fickle response. She's done. She's in the ice chest, bro. She's on ice. You're not talking to her. Then what she'll do is realize she fucked up. A couple days go by. She's like, oh, what happened to Mark? She'll be like, oh, God damn it. He said this really funny thing about horse-sized duck and duck-sized horses, and I didn't respond back to it. I just put LOL, and he didn't text me back. Oh, my God, he doesn't like me anymore. And then she'll text you, so what are you up to this weekend? And then when she does that, you text back pretty quickly to reward her behavior for chasing you. And then bam, you're back in a texting conversation. Really important, gentlemen. All right, number 18, which I actually already blew my load on this one. I see, make your text look rushed. Already mentioned that. Stole from myself, bro. But again, it bears repeating. Rushed, no effort, but you're always very intentional. You're always thinking 10 steps ahead. Chess, boys, not checkers. How can I get this girl on a date? That's your final objective. How can I get her buying temperature high enough to get this chick on a date? I'm going to say this. She's probably going to say this. I'm going to say this. She's going to say that. I'm looking kind of rushed. I'm looking not try hard. My reply times are random. I'm showing all this high value, male to female kind of dynamic. I'm leading it into the inevitable outcome, which is her and I on a date, her jumping in the air, a triple backflip onto my dick as I lay on my back in my bed. This is the objective. Number 19. I blew my load on that one too. God damn it, you're playing chess, not checkers. I really should have reviewed these first before starting. But again, you're texting with a girl with the objective in mind, not necessarily to get to know each other. Although again, there are those outlier situations where you do want to do that, but don't be the safe guy. Eventually, boys, even if she's lukewarm, you want to go for the close. Be the dude who's willing to risk it going bad to have it go good. Be the dude who fucking gambles. And if you're like, yeah, I don't know, is she on a high note right now? Well, I don't really want to text with this chick anymore because it's more boring than watching paint dry. So fucking shoot your shot, dude. Be like, hey, I have fun talking to you, even though it's a complete lie. I have fun talking to you. How would you say we hang out sometime? What do you think of this brilliant conclusion? And if she's like, I don't know, I have diarrhea on Tuesdays, just be like, okay, and then fucking disappear. By the way, another one, I'm going to give you a bonus to make up for the fucking schleps that I did on the last two. Here's something I've been doing lately that is new in my coaching. If you're about to meet a girl and she texts you that she's not going to be able to make it or she flakes on you, I used to say that you should text okay, and I still support that. But one situation I think that you shouldn't reply at all is when she can see that her text has been read by you on your phone. So if she sends a text, my grandma has diarrhea, she's spinning in the kitchen, fucking projectile diarrhea out of her butthole, I can't come tonight. I used to say you reply okay, and I still support that if you're like on Android or something. But if she can see that you read the text, then don't reply because it shows you read it, you don't accept her apology, and or you just don't give a shit, in which time she'll come crawling back. Then you reward that behavior by texting her back saying, hey, no worries, maybe next time. And then I'll let it fall off for like 3 days, see if she starts following up with me. Whether or not I follow up with her, I'm going to be honest with you guys, if she flakes on me and doesn't chase me, she's done. She's done. But really take that under consideration. She flakes on you. If it's like between an Android and an iPhone and you don't have read receipts, then you say, okay. If it's between two iPhones or maybe even two Androids, I'm not familiar with Androids in the current time, but let's say she can tell that you read her message, then you simply read it and don't reply. Gangster level shit. All right, boys, the next one, don't try to impress her. Don't sell yourself to her, especially if she tries to get you to do so. Don't compliment her too much. Okay, boys, here's a rule, and I'm going to leave you with this. No complimenting her until she compliments you and or starts to state a lot of intention and attraction towards you. The 80-100 rule dictates we give her 80% of what she gives us. If she's not complimenting us, we're not complimenting her. If she's not putting a lot of attraction and interest and forward type movement in our relationship together, then we're not doing it either. Usually when you withhold that shit, it is going to make her attracted. It is going to make her start kind of pursuing you, being more attracted to you, wanting to hang out with you more. Then you can start throwing compliments at her. But God's sakes, boys, over texting and especially on the dating apps, don't fucking compliment. Don't be the creepy guy. Don't go sexual innuendo too soon before she's ready. A huge mistake I see, especially on the apps. So boys, now that this podcast episode is over, I gave you some decent content, but the real creme de la creme shit is saved for you in my masterclass. And yes, we are also going to talk about texting. I'm going to reveal secrets that I honestly wouldn't reveal on this podcast. $97. Are you seriously so cheap that you wouldn't invest that in yourself? I'm going to know who you are, bro. I'm going to be like, really? Mike didn't pull the trigger? Damn, Mike. Come on, bro. Honestly, dude, like this is such a no-brainer and I have a money back guarantee. Guys, come to this masterclass, check out what I'm going to give you. Check this out. I'm going to give you 60 messages with templates. You're going to say this, she's going to say this. You're going to say this, she's going to say this, that you can beta test yourself, all proven with the, 13,267 messages we sent. No fucking brainer, boys. And finally, guys, you should know we sold a record number of tickets compared to all my masterclasses. Yes, even the NLP and frame control masterclass on Monday when this went live, we sold a record number of tickets in the first 4 days. So guys, this is going to be a big one. I am giving gold. All those guys who got their tickets are about to have the secrets and maybe you won't. Don't get left behind, man. Don't be the dude who gets a girl yanked off of him off Hinge because he came to my masterclass and you didn't. You got to keep up with the times. You got to optimize. Does not matter what you look like or what perceived limitations you have. It's all about optimization, optimization, optimization. And we are going to give you all the secrets that we revealed of our 4 months of deep, deep research with 13,267 messages. It was a show, boys. All these chicks were showing us exactly what we needed to do to get you the results that you really want. So guys, I do appreciate you listening. As a reminder, I drop podcasts on Mondays and Thursdays, so please stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you in the next episode.